Artificial intelligence didn't begin with machines trying to replace humans. It began with a question so bold, it sounded almost insane at the time. What if a machine could think? For centuries, intelligence was the one thing humanity believed could never be copied, never replicated, never engineered. Muscles could be replaced by engines, speed by machines, memory by books. But thinking? Thinking was sacred. And yet, quietly, almost unnoticed, the first cracks began to appear. Not in laboratories full of robots, but on paper. Equations, logic, symbols. Long before screens glowed or data flowed, a few minds dared to imagine intelligence as something that could be built, not born. Built. The real turning point came not with a machine, but with a war. World War II didn't just reshape borders, it reshaped thinking itself. Code breakers, mathematicians, engineers, all racing against time. Among them was a man who didn't just want to break codes, but to understand the nature of intelligence itself. Alan Turing asked a simple question that would echo through history. Can machines think? Not can they calculate, not can they follow instructions, but can they think? His ideas didn't look dangerous at first. They looked theoretical, abstract. But that question planted a seed that would grow far beyond anything he could have imagined. In the early days, artificial intelligence was clumsy, slow, and painfully limited. Machines could play simple games, solve narrow problems, follow rigid rules. They didn't learn. They didn't adapt. Every move had to be explicitly programmed. Optimism was high, maybe too high. Scientists believed true artificial intelligence was just a few decades away. That confidence quickly collapsed. Reality hit hard. Human intelligence was far more complex than anyone expected. Funding dried up. Progress slowed. The world moved on. And for a while, it seemed like artificial intelligence might remain a beautiful idea that never truly worked. But this is where the story gets interesting. Because while the spotlight faded, the foundations were quietly being rebuilt. More data, faster computers, better algorithms. Instead of forcing machines to think like humans, researchers flipped the approach. What if machines could learn patterns on their own? What if instead of rules, we gave them experience? This shift changed everything. Suddenly, machines weren't just following instructions, they were learning from data, improving over time, finding patterns no human could ever see. The moment artificial intelligence truly shocked the world didn't come from a laboratory announcement. It came from a game. Chess had long been considered a symbol of human intellect. Strategy, creativity, intuition. When a machine defeated the world chess champion, it wasn't just a loss, it was a message. Intelligence was no longer exclusively human. And yet, that was only the beginning. Because chess was still structured, predictable, bounded by rules. The real test came later, when machines entered messy, complex human domains. As the internet exploded, so did data. Every click, every photo, every message became fuel. Artificial intelligence began to see the world through patterns hidden inside oceans of information. It learned to recognize faces, translate languages, recommend music, predict behavior. Slowly, invisibly, it embedded itself into daily life. Most people didn't even notice. They just felt that technology was becoming smoother, smarter, more intuitive. But beneath the surface, something profound was happening. Intelligence was no longer just inside human minds. It was spreading. Then came the breakthrough that changed the trajectory forever. Deep learning. Neural networks inspired by the human brain, but operating at a scale no brain ever could. Layers upon layers of artificial neurons, processing information, refining understanding, making decisions. Suddenly, machines weren't just recognizing patterns, they were generating content, writing, speaking, creating images, composing music. Tasks once believed to require consciousness now emerged from code. The line between tool and thinker began to blur. This is where fear entered the conversation. Not science fiction fear, but real, uncomfortable questions. If machines can think, what happens to human work, human creativity, human value? Artificial intelligence wasn't just faster anymore. It was better in certain domains. It could diagnose diseases earlier than doctors, predict market movements faster than traders, optimize systems beyond human comprehension. For the first time, progress felt less like assistance and more like competition. But here's the twist most people miss. Artificial intelligence was never truly about replacing humans. It was about extending them. Every major leap didn't eliminate intelligence, it amplified it. Doctors with AI save more lives. Engineers with AI build safer systems. Artists with AI explore ideas impossible alone. The danger was never the technology itself. The danger was misunderstanding who controls it, who benefits from it, and who gets left behind. As AI systems grew more powerful, they also grew more opaque. Decisions were being made that even their creators couldn't fully explain. Algorithms shaping news, opinions, opportunities, quietly influencing what people see, believe, and choose. Intelligence had become invisible, embedded, and global. And with that came responsibility. Because intelligence without values is just power, and power without accountability has never ended well in human history. Today, artificial intelligence stands at a crossroads. It can be a tool of liberation or a force of control. It can unlock solutions to climate change, disease, and poverty, or deepen inequality and manipulation. The same algorithms that personalize learning can also amplify misinformation. The same systems that protect can also surveil. The future isn't written in code alone. It's written in choices. What makes this moment different from every technological revolution? Before it is speed. Change isn't coming gradually, it's accelerating. Systems learn faster than regulations adapt. Capabilities grow faster than understanding. Humanity has never shared the planet with something that learns this quickly. That doesn't mean catastrophe is inevitable. It means awareness is essential. The most powerful idea to understand about artificial intelligence is this. It reflects us, our data, our values, our biases, our goals. AI doesn't invent morality. It inherits it. Which means the question isn't whether machines will become intelligent enough to rival humans. The real question is whether humans will become wise enough to guide what they create. And here's the part that rarely gets talked about. Artificial intelligence is not a distant future. It's already here. In your phone, in your car, in your work, in your entertainment. The quiet revolution already happened. What comes next depends on whether people stay passive observers or active participants, whether they fear it blindly or understand it deeply. Because every great invention forces humanity to redefine itself. Fire, the wheel, electricity, the internet. Artificial intelligence is no different. It doesn't ask what machines can do. It asks who we choose to become. Will intelligence be centralized or shared? Controlled or democratized? Used to dominate or to elevate? This is not the story of machines replacing humans. It's the story of humans facing their own reflection, amplified by code. And the ending hasn't been written yet. If this idea made you think, comment below what excites or scares you most about artificial intelligence. If you want to understand the technologies shaping our future before they shape us, subscribe to the channel. And if you believe this conversation matters, leave a like so more people can be part of it. Because the future of intelligence isn't just artificial, it's deeply human.